Oh, hi St. Pius. It's Mrs. Timothy. I'm feeling all like pink and fluffy in my St. Pius sweatshirt. Remember, it is bug week, so we're going to do another bug project today. This one's a little more difficult. It's origami bugs. So I'm going to say this is from like 3rd or 4th grade up to 8th grade. We need paper. You can have colored paper or white paper, but the paper has to be cut into a square, at least 5 inches on each side. So if you're using just a regular piece of computer paper is 11 by 8.5. So you can just measure with a ruler from the edge of the paper over 8.5 inches, make a couple marks at 8.5 inches, draw a line, cut it, and you will have a square. All right? So we are going to do an origami bug. All right? So we didn't have colored paper. We're just coloring in one side because you don't have to color in both sides. We're finishing this yellow side of the paper. All right? And then what we're going to do, I should probably have the directions in front of me. That's okay. Is we are going to start with the colored side down. I'm going to do mine with just a white piece of paper, because you don't have to have it colored. You can decorate afterward. And you're going to, holding the paper like a diamond, you're going to fold the paper down directly in half so the point at the top meets the point on the bottom, and you're going to press that fold in. Make sure that you're trying to be as neat as possible. Like turn it over and make sure those points are still lined up down there. Okay, try to make it as neat as possible, Brennan. That's pretty good. All right. Now I have, along with the video, I have a link to this origami bug, the directions for it. I have a link attached to this Facebook page and to the YouTube page. There's a step that they don't do that I think we need to do to make it a little bit easier, and that is to, at this point, fold it in half and put the crease in. You're going to fold it in half again. So you folded it in half once as like a diamond, right? I want you to fold it in half again and then open it back up. This helps you see where the middle is. All right. Got a good fold there, Brenna? Okay. So now I want you to put, see how this isn't pressed. I want you to press that. Like use the side of your fingernail and press that hard. All right. So it's a really sharp line. So now what we're going to do is we're making the wings of the bug. So the wing of the bug, you're going to take one side from that middle point and put your finger right on the midpoint, because you're folding it down, but you're not lining it up with the midline. That would just be folding it into a square. The wing should come down a little bit at an angle so it's down below. It pops out below right here. That's right, Brenna. That's good. And then press the fold and it should come right up to the, meet the point in the middle at the top, and then come down a little bit at an angle. You got it? There you go. I see it. There we go. And you're going to do the same thing on the other side. Try to make them as even as possible so that they look about the same. But your two points at the side should come down and be going out a little bit from the point at the bottom. Very good, Brenna. Now, we're going to turn it over. All right. What we want to do now is we want to make the head. So the head, you want to take the top point and fold it down just as a small triangle. But you want to make sure that going from, this is why you have this line in the middle too. Make sure the point on the top lines up with your center line. And because you want that line here to be very straight. You don't want to go sideways and have your point going at an angle one way or the other. You want it to be a nice straight line. Very good. And now we're going to bend the point back up, but not at the bend you just made. We're going to make a little bit of an accordion bend there. Do you see it, Brenna? So you bend the point back up, but not right at the top.
This?
Right? Yep. You got it. That's the head. Now we're going to narrow the body a little bit. So from the side, you are taking the side point on either side and folding it in where it meets this line that you just made with the head. and just folding it in towards the center. See that? You're going to do it on both sides. That makes the body of the insect a little narrower.
This isn't working.
You got it. You got the one side. Now you got to make the paper bend to your will. Huh? That's funny. So now you want to take the whole thing and bend it in half the other way. Like you have it bent in half one way, you're going to bend it in half this way. And crease it. Because what that does is it gives your bug a little bit of dimension, a little bit of height. All right? So this is the bottom of the bug. Turn it over. You're done. Right? You have wings, the body, and the head. Brenna's got wings, the body, and the head. And if she takes a black crayon, where's black? There it is. You can put stripes in here. On the body. What are we making? Bumblebee, right? And then with these, you can make them, remember, these are your bugs. So you can make them look like bugs you've seen, or you can make them look like bugs you've never seen in your life. That's what makes it fun. The other thing that you might notice is that you've done one and you're like, okay, so what? You might, because it's just one bug. It's when you start doing more and start having a group of them that it starts to become more interesting, I think, right? Like what if you took them and hung them around your room, right? That would be a lot of fun. I've seen people with butterflies hanging around their room. These aren't butterflies, but if you make them whatever color you want, that could be a lot of fun. So I want to take you to a little project I'm doing here in the house real quick because I want to share it with you. I take you into my family room and into my little powder room here. Okay, this is my powder room. What I'm going to do in this powder room is I'm going to put murals all over the walls, right? So you can see that I started drawing here. It's going to look like a tropical paradise when I'm done. So I wanted to show you what I'm doing. But there's a little tiki guy right there. I want to show you what I'm doing and then give you progress on it. Oh, there I am. And Brenna. And then I can show you the progress on it, and I think that would be fun for you to, I'm going to go back to the mirror. I think that'd be fun for you to follow, and it would motivate me to do it, to know that you are interested in seeing how it's going. All right? I love you guys. Bye. See you tomorrow.